I know everyone has been focusing on Starfield as the next big Bethesda project, and rightfully so. The game looks amazing and is set to launch in early September, so the hype train has been chugging pretty hard. But that said, there are a couple other projects that Bethesda has already confirmed are in the pipeline, one of which is Elder Scrolls 6, which was announced years ago, with a CGI trailer that told us next to nothing about the game itself. And it was widely believed that the trailer was only thrown together as a way to keep people from focusing on the Fallout 76 controversy, which was very fresh at the time. While Bethesda has given some vague teasers about Elder Scrolls 6 over the years, we haven't gotten much in terms of official news outside of that CGI trailer and the other day. We got a very unfortunate update from none other than Phil Spencer, and while the news isn't exactly surprising, it's probably not what you wanted to hear. So let us know in the comments what you think about Elder Scrolls 6. Drop a like on this video, and let's get into this. As you've probably been made aware by now, the FTC hearings regarding Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard has led to a lot of arguments between the makers of both the Xbox and the PlayStation, with Microsoft's Phil Spencer and Sony's Jim Ryan making statements regarding the purchase and how it would affect the industry as a whole. While it wasn't intentional, a lot of insider plans have been made public during these hearings. In an attempt for both sides to make their points clear in the other day, Phil Spencer dropped some intel that he probably wanted to keep under wraps for at least another couple of years before it was forced out of him by the FTC. When pressed about the exclusive status of future Bethesda games, Spencer stated with Elder Scrolls 6, "It's so far out, it's hard to understand what platforms it will even be at this point. It's the same team that's finishing Starfield, which comes out in September, so we're talking about a game that's like 5+ years away." So not only is Elder Scrolls 6 still at least another 5 years away, but it's starting to sound like it won't even be released on this generation of Xbox hardware, which would be an insane fact if it ends up being true. Assuming the game is 5 years away, that would make the release date sometime in 2028, and right now, the PlayStation 6 is rumored to be dropping in that same year, and presumably the new Xbox will launch alongside it. This would also mean there would be roughly a decade between the game's initial reveal in 2018 and its launch in 2028. That just means it's even possible Xbox could launch 2 new consoles as it was revealed during the Xbox One era and might not even come out until the next generation of Microsoft hardware. This more or less confirms the theories that Bethesda only announced ES6 as a way to get people to stop talking about their controversies at the time, and it raises some serious questions as to when Fallout 5 is going to launch, assuming it ever gets off the ground. Recently, Bethesda has made a couple statements implying the next Fallout game will enter production after S6 finishes up. Similar to how S6 is waiting until Starfield is finished to really pick up steam, but if that's the case, that means we're probably going to be waiting another 10 years before the next single-player Fallout game drops, unless Bethesda brings in Obsidian to make New Vegas 2, which isn't out of the question. But what do you think about this news? Were you expecting Elder Scrolls 6 to be this far away? Or were you hoping that you'd getting your hands on it a little sooner? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, so you don't miss any future content, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
You know the rules, and so